And Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Kyriakin on behalf of Mr. Patrick Lake.
And Patrick Hansley.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment. We are in negotiations with the people and yet to reach a resolution.
Pardon?
We are asking for an adjournment, Your Honor, for purposes of further negotiation.
Oh. So what do I do about his violation?
Oh. Give me a second. I apologize, Your Honor. I did not. Yesterday?
Yeah, did he go yesterday, right?
Yes, I did.
He said he did. Did he text?
I did.
What was the result?
They were positive.
Four?
I mean,
For what?
Amphetamine, Your Honor, he says. The court mind passing this. I did not know about.
I do.
Yeah, let me.
I do mind passing it.
No,
Did you test? Hold it. No, I'm not passing it.
Okay.
Did you go over and test?
yes, I did. And she stated that she made a motion to the courts of retracting her violation because that she made the motion towards not retracting but like recalling the violation request, and they granted her it. She said, Ms. Dozier.
They did what?
They granted she requested for a violation. Okay.
So, Your Honor.
All right, guys, let's get into it. Courtrooms are not here for games. And this case proves it. Assistant Public Defender Chaz steps up asking for an adjournment, claiming negotiations are still in motion, but then it gets awkward. Fast. A probation violation suddenly pops up, and the judge is not buying the confusion. Did you contact community corrections or not? She asks. Emails show missed check-ins, and the excuses aren't cutting it. You can feel the tension rising in the room already.
Ms. Dozier sent an email.
Okay.
Indicating that there was a violation for his failure to contact community corrections. And then she sent another email on Wednesday indicating, good morning, I sent a violation report for Patrick Lay closing supervision interest due to failure to report to community corrections. He did make contact this morning after his mom made him aware that I called. He scheduled an intake at 1:30. So this is where he now states that he did go and test at the 1:30 time, or he went to do his intake at 1:30. You said.
And he tested.
Yeah.
Well.
Sure.
And
That's what I want to get to.
Yep.
He tested. And
according
he was
to his
positive.
statements today, Your Honor, it indicates that he was positive for amphetamines.
And do you have medication that you take?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, that's going to be a problem.
And just message with
And I
Ms.
have to
Dozier,
disclose that
she
here.
confirmed that his test indicated that he's positive for amphetamine. So now I asked that same follow-up question is explanation for that, and I got the little bubbles that she's typing right now.
Okay. And I was this. I was. Let's see the number. About to.
This makes me jumpy.
Let me be real with you. This isn't just some paperwork mix-up. Patrick finally reached out, but only after his mom pushed him to. He showed up for intake and, boom, tested positive for amphetamines.no prescription. No excuse. And the judge? Her tone shifts ice cold real quick. This isn't a rehab commercial, she says. This is real life. And Patrick's about to feel every second of it.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Lay indicates that he did have a conversation with Ms. Dozier after the positive test. Ms. Dozier is hopefully going to be able to refer him to CCOP, is what he's saying. He says that they discussed treatment options or things that would kind of help him, I think, based on the underlying offense. The 1298 is a possession charge. I think that we should absolutely focus or try and see how we can get Mr. Lay connected with substance abuse services.
When's the last time you used?
The day of my arrest of October 30th, 10/29, sorry, 10/29/24.
On the 24th?
No, on,
10/29/24, Your Honor. This is the date of his
So,
arrest for the.
and then you were told on the 30th, you're saying you used before then?
yeah, I used that day.
The 29th?
Yeah.
And not, okay, young man.
What?
And not since then?
No, I have not since then. I mean, that's what, okay, I took it.
Yeah, okay, so hold on, before you start, hold on.
Okay,
The one thing about me is I hate when people lie to me.
okay,
I really do.
okay. All right.
So, okay, so hold on. So make sure what you're going to tell me is the truth, Mr. Allen.
Now the lies start to unravel. The judge leans in. When was the last time you used? Patrick dodges. October 29th. Wrong, she shuts it down immediately. That was 3 days ago. And now she's heated. Why lie? Patrick mumbles. I was scared. But fear doesn't work here. Not in front of the bench. Not today.
So the last time I used Adderall was about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
That's the truth, Your Honor.
So why were you going to lie to me that it was the day of your arrest? Why were you going to lie to me that it was the day of your arrest? I can exactly tell you why you
I'm scared,
tell me that.
Your Honor.
Yeah, you were scared, but why were you going to try to give me the day of your arrest?
I guess
Because that would have been before you were told by the court not to use.
okay, well, yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, yep. And yes, also, when I did get out of bail, or holding, I guess I didn't get sent home with the paperwork saying that I had a test 24 hours after my thing, after I got released, which I didn't have with all my paperwork.
You realize we're past that now.
Okay.
I understand maybe why you didn't show up. What I don't understand is why you were using. And then I don't even further understand after using, getting and testing then positive. And then when I asked you a question regarding it, you lied to me.
Okay, I guess I was scared, Your Honor, for the sake of, well, one, I had to show up because it was better to show up and I guess maybe fail and just still.
Too late for honesty. Damage is already done. The judge spells it out. You used after being told not to. Then you lied. That's a double violation. Patrick tries to explain, stumbles through excuses. I didn't understand the paperwork. I didn't know when to test. But confusion won't cut it here. The judge isn't here for confusion. She's here for accountability. And you can feel the weight drop in the room.
Because I know a no-show is also testing positive as well, the same thing. But I wanted to insert myself in, like, I want to make myself better. And I want help because I need help, Your Honor. The lying part, I'm shameful for it. I'm just, like I said, I'm scared. So I do want help. Why I went to Affirmative Corrections when I was told by mentors here.
Are you sure it was 3 days ago? Because as I'm listening to you, I think you took it well after that 3 days.
No, sir, I'm just scared. I really am. I'm honest, sir. Like for 3 days, that's when I last took it at all. I mean, okay. I didn't take it. I haven't taken any today. I mean, like 2 or 3 days ago would be like the minimum.
So it was 2 or 3 days.
I mean, I haven't. Okay, so what did?
You want to know why?
I'm sorry. It wouldn't be any less than 2 days ago.
Today is the 7th.
Okay, so Tuesday. I guess it would have been Tuesday. It would have been Tuesday. I didn't look at the dates.
So that's 2 days ago, not 3.
I'm sorry. I didn't really look at the dates. I'm sorry.
Pardon?
I didn't look at the dates and I didn't know like exactly how to reference. I'm sorry. That is the truthful answer, Your Honor. I'm just nervous.
So that's the truth now.
It is the truth.
After 2 attempts.
No, the second time was not like meant to be a lie. It's just I didn't really calculate the day exactly. I'm sorry, sir. That is the truth. That is the truth.
Okay.
There's no other like answer that I can give you. That
This isn't just about drugs. It's about character. Patrick gets emotional. I want help. He says that he talks about going to corrections on his own, says he's ashamed, says he's ready, but then the judge asks, what have you actually done to get clean?
Silence.no rehab. No plan.
No steps taken. The words sound good. But without action, they mean nothing.
I'm sorry, I'm just very nervous.
Me too.
Your Honor, if I may.
Please.
Yes. Your Honor, I obviously I understand exactly how, what position the court is in right now. Mr. No, well, as
I'm in the
your
same position
options
as when I walked
available.
out.
This
He's
is
in a
true.
worse one.
This is
But
absolutely.
go ahead, I'm listening.
Your Honor, Mr. Lay is here today. When he was told to come to community corrections, he came, knowing that it was very likely that he would test positive, but was willing to deal with the outcomes because he understands that it's important that he appears to court and he makes sure that he abides by the requirement to come to court. He has an addiction based on our underlying crime and these new bond violations. I'm asking the court to consider at least getting him into the CCOP program as soon as possible. Any other outpatient treatment program available to him. He's not a flight risk. He's here. He's here. He came to community corrections. He's come to court. I know that the people will say that one of his charges are an R&O, which is problematic in and of itself. However,
The other one's in the possession of the drugs
and then the other, that's
that he
correct.
was using after being told not to. Go ahead, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was
That's
just
okay,
trying to
Your Honor.
make it straight.
We're just asking for the court's consideration. I know traditionally in this type of situation, the court would consider a remand. We're asking that the court reconsider that and at least allow or order my client to get into some type of treatment immediately.
Empty promises don't stop the cuffs. The public defender steps in, pleading for treatment over jail time. But the judge? She's seen this movie too many times. He used.
He lied.
He did nothing. She's not buying the tears. This isn't group therapy. It's court. And in this room, action matters more than apologies.
While you can sit up there and arrange that, that's fine. But I'm not going to have somebody not only use after being told not to, then lie to me about you.
I didn't mean to like, okay, I'm sorry, sir. I do need help with it. I'm genuinely seeking it. That's why I came to community corrections regardless of my fear or not.
So where are you seeking help?
I'm seeking help for resources of like people that like, I guess you can't really change. You can't change yourself until you change like how you go about like being happy. So I'm just seeking new opportunities, whether it be via work or new outlets like people that are positive in my life, that are stronger based on their efforts they made to become sober and become happy in life again, fulfilled. I'm just seeking help as far as just being around people that can guide me and support me through becoming sober.
So have you found any?
What? I've not like genuinely, no. I'm not saying I don't really have a lot of friends anymore or support. My family is a good support. I'm really close to my family still. I'm in good terms with them.
Have you asked them to find you help?
I've asked them about moving back in with them. They live in West Spring.
Have you asked about finding help?
They said they would be 100% supportive of helping.
Pardon?
Yes, I've talked to them recently about that within the last like 2 weeks. And they said they would be supportive of finding.
Have you called any place to try to get into any treatment, young man?
I just got like links and numbers from Ms. Dozier yesterday.
So prior to you going to community corrections, you hadn't done anything?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Yeah.
But going to community corrections was my first step into like realizing that like stuff needs to change in my life. And it really does.
You know what?
Does
You know what? You need to stop
I know.
because you haven't done anything.
I know.
And that would have been the answer to my question. I don't know why you're trying to make everything when I ask you a question something more than what it is.
I'm sorry.
You haven't done anything. You continued using. That's where you are. So until such time as you decide to be honest about it, nothing's gonna work anyway.
I think it might. I know it will. I know it will because I can't risk, myself not benefit, like myself growing. Like I'm not gonna risk that. Like I would not like to risk that. I think I'm stronger than I am. Truly, sir. I know I am.
I'll adjourn the probable cause to next week, November 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. At this time, defendant's bond is revoked. You're remanded.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Final gavel drop. Truth has consequences. Patrick breaks down, talking about turning his life around, finding support, becoming better. The judge listens, stone-faced. You haven't done anything. She says the truth stings good intentions. Worthless without action. Gavel slams. Bond revoked. Remanded, just like that. Freedom gone. And the courtroom falls silent.